Welcome to Hi Felicia. Hi Felicia. Hi Felicia.
Hi, Fel.
Hi, Marn. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How's Casey? Okay. I gotta tell you, this week I got so much done watching. This was like the first week, no travel, no PTA event. I felt like I was home. I had some work. I got so much done between like reading, online coursing, podcasting, TV viewing. I watched everything that I wanted to watch. It was quite the successful week.
Great success.
And I know you have not gotten to everything, and that's okay.
Right.
You got to what you got to.
I got to what I got to.
That's fine. What's big on the Country Point lot besides you complaining about the fucking garbage chute?
Get that garbage out of here.
It's the garbage, the refuse room, and the garbage that's overflowing in the
refuse room?
That's what they call it. Refuse. The refuse.
Sounds like a
REFUSE. Refuse.
Sounds like something in Handmaid's Tale. I'd be
You're
like,
right.
Like
you're right.
the
You're right. They
refuse
wanted
room.
to make it a fancy, instead of
Is
saying
that like
garbage
all
room.
the buildings? They're called the refuse room.
Everybody has yes. Yeah.
I thought it was the fucking garbage chute space.
Well, everybody has their own floor.
So Felicia came in fucking blazing, like on fire. She's so upset. It smells like shit. The fucking garbage chute. People aren't recycling properly. Not that she recycles. She just wants the shit in the proper bin. She goes, I'm going to write a letter with Ellen. And you know what I said to her? Why would you spend your time writing a letter when I could get that letter for you in 5 seconds with AI? So we got a great letter.
It came out really good. I'm going to bring it back, show. Ellen will do it as cohorts. And there's only 5 apartments, and we know who the 2
who you think
No, I
it
know.
is.
No, I know.
So
I know.
So you're going to only write the letter and send it and print it and put it in her door, not anyone else's door. Why waste paper?
Two people.
So just print 2.
Well, I'm going to knock on one of their doors because I can talk to her. The other one, I really.
We could be a fly in the wall for this and record this. We should set you up with like a GoPro.
And
I want to see this reaction.
And I'm going to. By the way,
You're gonna knock on the fucking door and actually hand us over.
Yes,
To
one of them. And I'm going to say,
Oh, God.
if it continues like this, we're putting a camera in the refuse room.
That doesn't get any more handmaids than that, Mom. Put a camera, get Aunt
That's
Lydia,
okay.
and take an eye out.
There you go.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
It's just if
Mom,
people start
Casey's
getting cockroaches, they're going to go nuts.
You spend way too
including
much
me.
money to get a fucking cockroach. Casey's taught me one thing.
What?
What have you taught about just neighbors in general?
My theory is I have to live by the people for a very long time.
Yes,
I don't like to stir the pot personally.
I agree.
So what are you doing, Felicia? You're going to stir the
I'm gonna
Country
stir
Point
the-
pot.
but I don't care.
Pot.
It's only on my floor.
I
don't-
know, it's
but
only on your floor. It
the-
doesn't matter.
These people are not going to live much longer. They going to die quickly. It's not. I don't have a 40-year span with these people. If it lasts,
So your prediction is somebody that's old.
Well,
All right,
she's
fine.
as old as me,
I
but
want you to
she's-
let me know how that goes. This is your week.
I'm going to be nice.
We'll be following up on that.
Right. I am going to be nice.
I'm
not
going to note this down, producer. We're going to follow up. You're going to be nice.
I'm going to be nice to
You better be
I
nice,
can't
Felicia.
confront the other.
I am scared of you. When you get nasty, you are fucking
know.
crazy.
Well, I'm going to get crazy.
Jesus
well, Ellen's
Christ.
going to have to sit on me and stop me from getting crazy.
Meanwhile, it's not even on Ellen's floor.
But she is the
So, like, you know, like in an office building, like when you're at work and there's somebody that's like volunteers to be like the fire.
Right.
What is it called? Like the
fire marshal. Or
yeah, the fire marshal. So
right.
Ellen volunteered herself to be in charge of the building.
It's also like it's a few buildings.
Jesus. So it's like I volunteered to be on the PTA. She volunteered to be in charge of the building.
Well, it's not only our building. It's like 2 or 3.
She's in charge of more than one building?
Like 2 or 3 buildings.
Why would she want that responsibility?
Because she knows a lot of people and she's well loved.
Ellen, God bless you. And please put some handcuffs on my mother. And keep her refrained
Keep her at bay.
from the refuse.
The refuse room.
Is it spelled like refuse?
REFUSE.
That's refuse.
Yeah, well, they call it refuse. Refuse. Whatever.
I'm over this.
The garbage room. Okay.
It's Passover. One of my friends invited us over for her Passover with her big family. We're very, very grateful. Thank you. And not to Carly. I think she's too busy to listen because she got 3 kids. She really biz. But Felicia, you were invited as well. And I'm excited because
Which was very nice of them.
I really like to keep up some sort of Jewish tradition in my family since we are very non-religious.
Or Jewish.
My mom said, Casey, what are you guys doing Saturday night for Passover? And I said, going for sushi.
That's not fair. Or
Nobody invited us over for Passover for Saturday night. So
that's okay.
It is what it is. Let's get to some news. I got to tell you, because I watch so much, there's a lot to cover. So I might pick and choose what I want to announce for the big upcoming entertainment news of the week. Did you hear about Adolescence Season 2? Potentially Brad Pitt's production company, Plan B, is in talks with the director about what the next iteration of the show could be.
Okay. It's going to take, 2-3 years?
I don't care.
Right.
Do it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind if they followed the family, just because I like Stephen Graham.
I wish they would follow. Maybe they will.
Maybe they will. Maybe they will.
Maybe they will.
Did you hear that UK is adapting Saturday Night Live?
Blimey, that was original.
Did you hear this? And Lauren Michaels is like fully executive producing it. A London-based
good for
series.
them. That's good.
London comedians, London musical guests, like British. They'll be all British.
Only British? You don't think it'd be European? I mean,
sure, maybe. But it said like it'll be like British comedians and British musical guests. But like British musical guests have been on Saturday Night Live,
obviously.
But has there ever been a British comedian on SNL?
I'm sure there has. It's not like I've watched every show. Since
I know, but this would be a good. This is a great. Let's ask your girlfriend, Casey, please.
Has ever been a British host of this?
No, a comedian in the cast. Has there ever been a British cast member
on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, on Saturday Night Live.
There has been a British cast member on Saturday Night Live, Morwenna Banks, who briefly joined the cast in 1995 during season 20. She was born in the UK and was best known at the time for her work on British sketch shows like Absolutely.
Can you pull up a visual?
However, her time on SNL was short-lived. She appeared in only a few episodes and didn't become
Girlfriend. She wasn't a regular fixture.
No.
Canadians. All right, I don't want
there are
to.
a lot of Canadians.
Can you do me a favor though? Just Google her. I want to see what she looks like.
We wouldn't.
In the '90s. I might
you would
recognize
never
her.
know. Oh, you think?
I mean, I watched SNL my whole life.
Well,
my whole life. I mean, I'm sure you heard that the big box office movie of the week is. Can you guess what the big hit of the blockbuster movie was this week?
No.
Do you even?
I'm not.
Do you even watch or read the entertainment news that you should be reading? If you're on your social media, I know you're all up in the Korean shit. But don't you know that Minecraft shattered like all types of records?
God.
Well, let's ask Casey.
Are these the only? So these are the only people going to the movies are kids.
Well, the thing with the Minecraft movie is it really tapped into the Gen Z peeps. And why they're happy about this is because...
Who's Gen Z? What exactly?
Gen Z is like
what
the
age?
teens and like the 20-something.
Okay.
Hollywood is now... They finally figured out how to get them off their phones and into the theaters because they don't get off their phones.
No, I know that.
They're on
I know.
YouTube
Right.
and TikTok. So it was a really big thing. And they're saying, instead of doing nostalgia movies for millennials, fucking bringing back Goonies and shit, bring back something that's
God, I would love if they brought back
They
Goonies.
are. I think they are.
Okay.
Officially, I think they are. I literally just saw and read something that Spielberg is behind it. But the point is that instead of nostalgia, take something that's out now. You have Super Mario Brothers was big, but I think this even beat, like, it's the first video game adaptation debut ever, the biggest.
Casey, how was it? You saw it with Lennon.
Fucking loved it.
Loved it? Really?
Jason Momoa was fantastic in it. Surprising. I thought it had kind of like a silly, almost Napoleon Dynamite kind of vibe. It was not the vibe I was expecting from this movie.
Let me ask you this. Lennon keeps bringing up Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh.
She was great in it.
Was she? Wait.
He said Jennifer Coolidge had a funny face, and I didn't know how to break the news to him.
Oh. So it's not animated?
No.
Oh.
What's interesting is there's all these moments that the kids already knew about
Right.
from YouTube.
Right.
So when certain things would happen, the kids would cheer. And I was like, Lennon, how did you know that was going to happen? He's like, oh, on YouTube. Like, there's certain quotes, like there's this moment in the movie when they're in a boxing ring and one of the little guys is riding on a chicken and Jack Black yells, "Chicken jockey!" Everybody goes nuts.
And now this is a viral moment. Recording it in the theater.
They're throwing popcorn. There's a guy that brought it in.
The boys are getting wild. There was?
Yeah, there's a video where
Cops are getting called.
it's crazy. But like,
And it's middle school boys.
Lennon knew to cheer when this point in the movie came up. And
Wow.
Did he cheer?
yeah, and everybody.
They must be,
now I want to take him.
The studio must be thrilled.
You know what Lennon wants to see this weekend? And I think I'm going to let Casey sit
What?
this one out. Snow White, he wants to see.
Wait, Okay, is that and that's also live, not live, but not that was the
live action.
The controversy,
Yes,
with
Gal Gadot, Rachel Ziegler,
right?
Not
right.
real dwarfs, yeah.
Okay,
and this movie was supposed to come out literally like 2 years ago, and they halted it from coming out. So now it's
yes,
it was getting really bad press.
Yes,
she tweeted something. It all, And I saw her in Romeo and Juliet. She was fabulous. She's a great actress.
I'm sure she's fine.
She was in West Side Story.
She did
something
sure she's
stupid.
fine in the movie. She just should have kept
probably
her mouth.
great. Yeah,
she probably should just kept her mouth shut during whatever interview.
And then another thing is, I think they're saying that she's Latin and like Snow White shouldn't be Latin.
Right,
there's just so much shit going on.
Stupid. That's stupid.
Big news that just dropped today. Oscars have added a new category.
Which
going to be
is?
in 2028. Stunt people.
Oh, they should get it.
I agree.
They really should.
I agree. And some renewals that I'm excited about. Colin from Accounts has been renewed for season 3.
Which
I've
one?
spoken about the show before. It's on Paramount Plus. It's Australian. They're these 2 actors. They're amazing. They are love interests, and they're married in real life and have a kid. And I adore this show.
Oh, right.
It's quick. It's a comedy. And The
Yeah.
Last of Us, before season 2 even came out,
Tonight,
has
what's
got
coming
greenlit.
Sunday night.
Sunday night, The Last of Us comes out.
Yes.
Catherine O'Hara, give it to me. Bring it on. 1000% Casey, and I love a recap. Casey finds us the recap. I post the recap for those.
Nerd on YouTube, and it's a very detailed recap, and it's the best thing ever. It's better than watching the whole season over.
It's great. Can't wait. So I don't know if people follow Bethany, but Bethany recently had on a reality TV show producer who's kind of like, they're saying he's like a whistleblower, and he's came out on TikTok and on Instagram basically just saying how toxic it is to work for Bravo. And he was like a very big time supervising producer for Housewives and Vanderpump. I've done my homework, and I found out many people that know him, and they're calling him, quote unquote,
a whistleblower.
Nope. Dominic Pupa has called him, quote, a hero.
Oh.
Now, the reason he put this video out is because he obviously, the hours in reality television that one works is 12 to 16 hour a day. You travel, you have to, he's saying he had to work and fly this,
But I wonder if
let me finish.
Wait. Why should you finish? It's only, are they doing this for 3 months, 2 months? I'm going to go, wah. Poor things.
Let me finish.
Okay, now you can finish. You have my permission.
I too had the you sign up for this, you know what you're
you know
getting
what
into.
you're getting. Right.
But the reason he made these videos is because he didn't get hired back. I guess, you're a freelancer, and in between, he decided to do some content creation on OnlyFans.
So they're pissed.
Let me finish. Do you know what I'm about to say?
No, go ahead, say it.
He basically did porn. He did adult entertainment. Let me show you what this guy looks like, Mom. Let me show you.
He started it? He was...
Yes! He's doing OnlyFans.
Oh.
He's doing OnlyFans.
Producing it
Or in it.
or was he in?
Well,
That's the
I
question.
found you guys.
Yes.
I found something on Twitter. This is him and his boyfriend Felicia. Okay, it's the biggest 2 dick pics I've ever seen.
I love seeing a full-on
Clearly, he's very open.
frontal.
His name is Patrick McDonald.
Which one is it?
I mean, which one is it? Or are you zooming in? I'm showing your penis. Let me show you. He is this guy. And by the way, he was a drug addict. He's sober, but he's apparently was like an amazing producer. And a lot of the comments on the Instagram and TikTok are from cast,
right?
Housewives,
right?
Who were like,
they said it was great.
We love you.
Yeah.
So Bethany was like, I'm going to bring you on, and you're not getting paid for this, all this stuff. But he did have a little grind, a little axe against the network. I get it. I get why they said you can't, if he's on camera doing adult entertainment.
Yeah.
But he was a great producer, and basically he just spoke about how cast members are struggling. He said, he didn't like how a cast member was struggling with her sexuality. My guess is Kyle. That's what I think. He did speak. He raved about Garcelle. He said you could really tell how a cast member, how they treat the crew.
Right.
And that she was just so
Wonderful.
lovely. And I love that because she walks off at the end of the reunion. And she's the trailer for the next reunion. She's not coming back. So I'm curious what exactly went down. But he said she was the best. And he basically said, you're overworked when you're on these trips. And it was the showrunners. It's not the network, has nothing to do with this. It's the
or
showrunner.
Andy has nothing to do with Andy,
nothing
right?
to do with
Nothing.
Andy.
Right.
It's the showrunner. He said Vanderpump did it right. They hired 2 crews to stagger. Like one does 10 hours and another does 10 hours.
Right.
And a lot of the housewives didn't. But if you want to find him online, he's on Twitter. He's on all things as Thick Trick 1. That's Thick, TICTRICK 1. And shout out to Dom, Patrick. Everyone says you're a great producer. And I wish you the best. And yes, crew members need to have a union and they need to be protected. Yeah, we all got overworked.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We all got overworked. And he basically said when you work on a reality show, it becomes your life. You sleep, breathe, and eat that show.
Right.
And that's what it is.
Okay.
So let's get into Uncircumcised Gems. What we watched this week. Where to start?
Where to start?
I'm going to start here. When we stopped recording last weekend, I believe it was a rainy weekend, and I stayed in bed because I couldn't move, and I binged Dying for Sex with Michelle Williams and Jenny Slate.
And you liked it.
On Hulu.
And?
Did you see it?
No.
Casey, did you see it?
I mean, I saw the end.
You're like me. I'm good for watching the end.
I didn't. It wasn't for Casey.
Spoiler alert, she died.
Okay. It was short. They were like 35-minute episodes.
But how many?
I think there were 8. Michelle Williams, we all know she's a great actress.
Right.
Jenny Slate really stood out for me in this.
Good.
She's always like the friend.
Yeah, she's always the friend.
She really shined. At first, I really wasn't unsure. I was a little cringe. The sex part gets, she's never had an orgasm from her husband, who's played by Jay Duplass, because the husband is so concerned about her cancer. He's not like a dick. He just
doesn't want her to be.
He just is her caretaker. And
Right.
she's like, I want to have sex. I want to have an orgasm. So she fucking leaves him. And this was based on a true story. It was based on a podcast. And she just goes on a fucking sex journey, but she's not actually having sex with men. She's being a little dominatrix, submissive, all the really weird shit, really, really weird shit. And then Jenny Slate's her best friend. Jenny Slate's like, I'll be your caregiver. She's like an actress. And Jenny Slate's like a hot mess. And she's an awful caregiver, but then her story arc is she becomes an amazing caregiver. And it's sad. And if I cried, I would have cried at the end. If you want a good cry, watch it. And if you want to see great female acting, watch it. But it is, I didn't love it, but I kept with it and I'm glad I did. Okay.
Okay. Next.
Check.
I liked what I saw the last 30 minutes.
I love that for you.
I kind of wish I would have seen the whole thing.
You do not wish you would have seen the whole thing. You would have been you would have walked out. You would have walked out during one of those weird sex scenes.
Oh, come on, Casey. You like Minecraft so much better.
I probably would have enjoyed Minecraft more.
Yeah. Obviously, the big show of the week that the entire internet was abuzz about, and I'm hoping you Felicia'd it. Sound effect cue was the White Lotus.
Yes.
finale.
Well, you know me. I go from the
explain
front
to
right
people.
to the back.
You saw the first 2 episodes.
I saw the first 2 episodes. Didn't love it.
So you were like, I'm not going to watch this anymore.
Right, until everybody said, you got to watch the last one because that's it. And everybody was complaining about White Lotus this year. That's what I heard.
What were they complaining about,
That it wasn't
Mom?
as
What
good.
do you hear?
That it wasn't good. That it was
Some
not.
people complain about it. I never once complained about it. I enjoyed it. I never complained. I loved all the characters. I just thought, shut up, people. Mike White. Just fucking let it go. He did what he did. So what did you think of the finale, Felicia? Of course, you probably still got it, even though you fucking didn't watch the whole season. Were you confused at all or no?
Well, I knew the husband of the Southern family.
Yeah, Jason
that he
Isaacs.
totally screwed up, lost a lot of money. I knew that. I figured that out from the last episode, obviously.
Right.
And he was looking to kill his whole family.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, I'm sorry.
I think if by now you didn't see it,
And I felt bad for the youngest son who just thought it was a drink and he really had the big. I don't know why nobody else had a reaction to it because they all drank.
he finished, he drank more of it.
But
they only had a
there
sip.
was a little sediment on the bottom that was left in the blender. And then he just added the powder,
protein.
whatever.
Yeah.
So it was unless whatever. But
The memes
Now-
that scene caused.
Oh,
that blender.
that was funny. What I don't know was what happened with Schwarzenegger. What's his first name?
Mom, you really missed out.
I know. So
So at the full moon party, because Thailand is famous for the full moon party.
So tell me.
They partied with the 2 girls who date older men,
Yes.
and they did ecstasy.
Okay.
As one should at a Thailand full moon party.
Yes.
And
The one with the bad teeth,
yes, Amy Liu.
whose the boyfriend died at the end.
Yeah, spoiler.
Right.
And they took ecstasy and they basically had a threesome, but Lachlan jerked off Patrick Schwarzenegger.
Lachlan is which one?
The younger brother jerked him off.
Why?
So what you learn in that episode is he's a pleaser. He just
wants to make everyone happy.
And literally, it's literally like the reason why his dad was trying to save, like was the only one who he didn't give the drink to, was because he was the only person that he felt like didn't need money to live. Right.
Right.
His whole
everybody
thing
else
was
spoiled.
I want to please people. So my brother, he loves his dick, and I'm going to please him.
Now, why did
and
the
then
brother?
And he wanted to please his sister. He thought by going to the temple with her. And you missed that episode.
No,
they stayed at a temple.
I did see that particular episode. I don't know why.
That's weird.
Anyway,
that was the second to last.
Wait. Why did what's Schwarzenegger's first name?
Patrick.
Why did Patrick allow
Saxon.
that?
He was fucked up on ecstasy.
Right.
In his mind, he was getting jerked off maybe by somebody else.
Right.
And then like when he got out of the high, he was like, ooh, and he was just fucking, and then
horrified.
he was like, oh my God, horrified.
Right. Okay.
And then he kind of turned to Chelsea, Amy Lou Wood, and was like, I need like kind of guidance and spiritual, that's when he started reading self-help books. I just liked the layers of these characters. I thought Parker Posey was so fucking funny. My issue with the finale was there were some stories I felt like that kind of didn't get finished. Like I would have liked to have seen Valentine, the guy who worked there, and his friends get in trouble maybe, but the girl from the Korean, the K-pop,
Yes.
she and the security guard,
Yes.
who ended up shooting
The bad guys. Well, the guys who were
Rick's now quote unquote real father, which was that was a twist. I didn't know that was coming. I didn't know that was going to be his dad. I think it was clear that the minute Rick and Chelsea had that moment of like love and like you just knew, all right, they're going to end up dead. But I loved that last frame where he's like carrying her. I just thought that was like such a moment.
Yeah,
I really liked that.
Yeah.
And Walter Goggins, man, there's a lot of press and stories now coming out about like Jason Isaacs was interviewed and he was interviewed, and I've tried to read and listen to all the things that there was, they were in Thailand and there were some relationships and fighting, and it sounds like people hooked up, and like him and Chelsea, the actress, don't follow each other anymore on Instagram, and like did they fuck? Like he's married. There's a great video if you haven't seen it of Walter Goggins' house in Kingston, New York, in Hudson, on Architecture Digest. Oh, it's phenomenal. The house hadn't been touched in 100 years. They renovated it,
right? And
he's an interesting character. He's just like he seems like a weird dude.
Also in Thailand, it must have been 200 degrees, which does not make for great. Yeah.
Also, look, Mike White was on Stern this week. There's been a lot of chatter, a lot of interviews.
Are they doing a third season?
Another fourth season, of course, is happening. Okay. Mike White is going to Colombia on vacation, and then he's going to scout.
South America.
No, he's going to Colombia on vacation, and then he's going to scout probably Europe. And because the internet is the internet, they shoot in 4 seasons.
Right.
He likes warm weather. He doesn't like the cold weather.
I get that. I agree.
And if you cancel out all the things, there was a great video that my friend sent me, whose name will not be mentioned. There's, let's say, 100 and something 4 seasons, narrowed down to the warm weather, narrowed down to all the things, landed on France.
Nice.
Whatever it is, let's see if it's France season 4.
Okay. Wait, and also because if you're doing cold weather, you can't be scantily clad.
Right. But he doesn't like cold weather.
But
yeah.
Side note.
So let's see if that happens.
Okay.
Now, a few things that also we learned through all these interviews is that one of the deleted scenes that didn't make it into the finale was Piper, the daughter, who I thought was great. She lost her virginity. They filmed her losing her virginity to Zion. That's Belinda's son. Belinda, who's the woman, Natasha Rothwell, who was in the first 2 seasons?
Yes, the black woman.
So the black kid.
He was cute.
He was adorable.
Right.
And that's why she was kind of glowing on the boat home. I'm glad they did not put that in. Unnecessary. Woody Harrelson was supposed to be cast as Rick.
Okay.
He was the number one. Asked for more money. Equal pay on White Lotus since season 1. Every actor, no matter how big they are, gets $40K an episode. That's around $320 for the season, okay? He asked for more money. Zaslav said no, but then apparently he was fine with it, but then scheduling conflicts. So I thought that was interesting. And I love that equal pay for everybody.
Well,
I just
that
think
part
that
is-
makes
yes,
it
that
so
makes
amazing.
100%. Yeah.
No one
Yeah.
is,
Whether you're a lead actor
and there's
or whatever.
and there's no top billing on the call sheet is alphabetical order.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
It is.
What did you think about the three women and that amazing monologue about friendship by Carrie Coon? Everyone's saying like that's going to get her an Emmy nom.
It was great.
It was really
It was
great.
great. It really was.
I mean, it did make me. It made me like. How did it make you feel? It made me kind of sad because they were all so kind of awful to each other behind their backs.
Hello. That's exactly what happens to Plainview. Everybody talks about everybody. Well, the women. I'm not talking about the men. That's why we keep saying it's like junior high school. And I think that's
You have been saying that. Do you think that's Plainview aside? I think it's just women. So Casey's watching this. He's like, that's awful. I'm like, ugh.
No, it's women.
I
It's
think we
women.
all talk about each other behind our backs.
We love gossip.
Oh, no, she didn't.
It's not gossip, though. They're your best friends.
I understand. Well, I mean, obviously, I don't talk anything bad about my besties because I
Jesus
just.
Christ. Sure you don't.
No, I don't.
Ellen, she's talking smack about you. The
Ellen-
minute we stop recording, she's going on about you.
I love Ellen.
I know you love Ellen. So, look, I was content
And I
with
love Karen.
and
My
Judy and
my
everybody.
sister.
I know. Karen, thanks for taking in Felicia for Passover. I was content with the finale. Did you like the finale?
It was okay, but obviously, not watching the whole season, there were a lot of things I kind of.
So you didn't get.
Because
Because you always think you get everything.
No, I could figure it out. A lot of it is pat. It's like I watched it. I stuck through it. I mean, it was okay. Would I go back and watch the whole season? Maybe not. I miss Jennifer Coolidge.
You
She
and a
was-
lot of
she
people,
was
but
the
Parker
star.
Posey did it for me. No,
I know, but she was over the top. I don't. She was.
Felicia.
What can I say? That's
No.
my opinion.
Here we
In
go.
my opinion.
All right, what was your opinion of the 3 episodes that have dropped of Handmaid's Tale?
It's been so long.
It's been
That's why we watched a recap.
I missed the recap.
But there was a good recap that they aired.
Okay.
Did you see the recap that they aired on Hulu?
No, why did I miss that? Was that the beginning or the end?
Mom, the
Beginning.
recap is the beginning.
I didn't see the recap. I'm sorry. Maybe I did and it just
You
went by so
did.
quickly.
They did. It was like a long recap.
I don't know why she went back there and put herself in. Oh, God.
This, by the way,
like, why would she go back after being tortured like
every
that?
season,
Yeah.
I say that she leaves, she
keeps
comes
going
back,
back.
and we know why she's going back.
For her daughter.
For her daughter.
Absolutely.
And the show needs to end, and they need to get Hannah the fuck out because I'm over it. I'm a little over the show. Of course, I'm going to continue watching it.
Floated back like nothing happened.
That train scene where those women are about to kill her
And
was amazing.
yes, it was. It was.
She's a great actress. I mean, they're all great
Yeah,
actresses.
they're all great
Everyone's
actresses. We're not talking about their acting abilities. I mean, it was just the scene itself. Yeah, I would have killed her too.
Yeah, you
They've been brutalized by her and the whole community. I know why she wants to go back. She doesn't want to live the way she's living.
But like, she gets out, Serena, and now she's living in this like all women community, like
which seemed very nice,
like a kibbutz.
Yeah, like
and
a
as
kibbutz.
Casey said to me, these women who also believe in God and believe in the Gilead way are welcoming her, even though she did something really bad, right?
Right.
She could have just stayed there and
Yeah, she
raised her
could've.
kid.
Yeah.
But she wants power.
Yes, she does.
They all want the power.
Let's see what happens.
I always will love Bradley Whitford. I love
him too.
All gray
He's
now.
great. I know.
And Josh Charles. I know you know Josh Charles.
what are you kidding?
I mean, don't tell Mom the babysitter's dead. But I don't remember him being in other seasons, but I know he had been, but like I forgot.
He was in The Good Wife.
Right. I forgot.
He was great. He's great.
Nick's father-in-law, which to me is so weird because I don't see him as like a father, but yeah, he's a father.
Well, yeah, he is.
Casey-
I bet she's close to 50, if not
yeah.
older.
What did you think of Handmaid's, Kay?
I thought it was great. I just think it's it's definitely time to be winding.
Yeah.
Now, will this be this is the last season? And we don't. And I always ask you this: do we know how many episodes?
I don't know.
Right.
But there's a sequel coming out.
Oh, what is it? Pre?
There's so many times where this could have been over, this whole show. And there was another moment on like episode 2 when she was in Alaska with her mother.
Oh yeah. What about her mom coming back?
Oh, that was
She
sweet.
could have just stayed there in Alaska.
Yeah.
And been happy. Yeah,
She's gotta get her daughter.
Yeah. Oh, I know. She's got to get her daughter.
It better end with her getting her fucking daughter.
They better. Yes.
Could have tried to figure because
They keep pulling her back. They keep
herself.
pulling her back.
You keep taking her. Yeah, I don't know.
I liked her mother. Her mother
I
was
liked her mother
a
also.
female president in the show 24. She's been in a ton of stuff.
Yes,
I love
a ton
her.
of stuff. Yeah,
A lot of stuff.
she's as we say, a working actress.
Great career.
Yeah.
A working actress.
That's
and she
right.
dated somebody famous. I don't know if she was with Sarah Paulson before Sarah Paulson is with Holland Taylor. And I believe
that
I believe she
sounds
was.
familiar.
She was with Sarah Paulson.
Oh yeah, I do believe you're right.
Aren't you impressed by my
We'd have
lesbian
to
knowledge?
look it up. We'd have to look it up. But yes.
So where are we going from here? Where are we going from here with Handmaids? They're just going to get back in. Serena and her will come back in, and like the question
they
is,
have to destroy.
People are gonna die, but she's gonna rescue her daughter.
I mean, yeah.
Daughter will get out. Either she's gonna be dead, or
But,
her
like,
husband's gonna be dead.
My question is
They're
new.
not all getting out alive.
Are they going
No,
to
they're
bring?
not.
You know how like they're trying to get New Bethlehem, like they're trying to get the refugees back into New Bethlehem.
Right.
Women can now read and write. Are women going to go back there? Why on earth would anyone want to go back
I
there?
don't know. I don't know how this. Did
What
they
about how
ever-
modern that little town is now?
Maybe that's their draw is to go back there because as American refugees in Canada, they're being so poorly.
Right.
Yes, yes.
They see it as like I can stay here and be run over by cars. And
Yeah, right.
Beaten up by the whatever, or I could go back to this place that's like a reformed.
What I'm confused about, because I might have missed it, is it the whole country? And why did it break off? Why did it break off? Like it's almost like revolution.
I know that's why we do need a prequel. The next book was called The Testament, and my friend whose name will not be mentioned read it, and she told me that it's about Aunt Lydia's backstory.
Okay.
And it's about not June. June is not. She's not in the next sequel. It's about like the young.
June's backstory.
No.
We need, like the overall story of how.
I bet you.
It happens.
I bet
Why
you
did
it was
happen?
maybe it's season 1 if we just kind of forgot.
Maybe focused.
They just drop you in this world. Like, there was
I think like people weren't having maybe
Children.
the fertility rate was low,
Right.
and
So let's just screw it up and make everybody miserable. And so it turned to just treating women miserable.
They framed the infertility as like God's judgment. On
Everything, the minute they throw God
Right,
into it, I
right.
get crazy.
well, there was a lot of God talk.
I know that, and I get crazy.
So that and then like it became this like
You know what's so
insanity.
wonderful about my husband? When we were watching this, Serena was like saying something, and Casey goes, "Oh, that's the Bible," and I was like Casey knows the Bible. Like he knew
I always say
the
to you,
dialect.
he's
I know,
so
I know, he's so smart. I was like, I'm Bradley Whitford, and I have no idea that's the fucking Bible.
Yeah. Me neither.
Casey, how many times have you read the Bible?
A lot.
Wait, so you
What?
read it?
A lot?
I mean,
Look at Felicia's face.
Like you read it a lot?
I'm sure maybe not all at once, but
No, I understand.
Like
not
in
all.
school, like in religious school, you read the Bible, or like on your own?
the church as a kid, it wasn't like.
But like I don't remember the Torah.
It wasn't crazy like this. It was
But like I can't recite the Torah, Baruch Atah, like a little of that, but
Yeah, apparently.
because it's the same language. It's in English, the Bible.
Right.
I'll be happy to have a religious conversation with you off air.
Okay, maybe we could do like a short episode or something. So
What was the next watch you watched?
the next watch that
What are we doing?
So last night, when a show drops on a Friday on Apple TV,
But it
they
was
drop
Thursday.
it Thursday night. Severance would drop at 9 p.m. Thursday. So Casey's playing Fortnite. I go, oh my God, I'm waiting for your friends and neighbors. Casey, 2 episodes are out. Come upstairs now. He said, let me finish my game. I said, fine. Jon Hamm's hair. Let's just give it a moment. Jon Hamm has great hair. Don't you think?
And you think it's his hair?
Casey, the professional.
I would say it's definitely his.
Okay.
Fucking great hair.
No,
He's
can I
50. What
Oh,
do
how old?
we asked Alexa? He's 53, I think. 54.
Oh, I thought he was older.
No. Look at his little dad bod he had going on in this.
And it was a dad bod, which was
It
not
was.
attractive. It was not. I went like,
It wasn't
"Ugh."
like unattractive. He
No,
had
but
like
it
a
was
little
a dad
belly.
bod.
He
Yeah,
had
it
a
was
little
dad
belly.
bod.
Let's discuss.
Yeah. But
Jon Hamm, his character's name. Did you catch his character's name? In Your Friends and Neighbors on Apple TV is Andrew Cooper. We have a very good friend in our town. My camp friend's husband, nod to Rachel.
you're putting it all out there, aren't
Andrew
you?
Cooper, I'm sure he'll get a text and somebody's going to let him know that Jon Hamm is playing him.
Right.
Different character. But I just thought that was so funny. Let's discuss the show.
I liked Amanda Pete.
So did I. You know what I liked about Amanda Pete? She's not made up.
At all. And I kept thinking, wow, they are showing warts at all. I mean, not that she's got.
No, I was like, oh.
She looked like she had no work.
I said that. I was like, I don't think she's had Botox.
I was like, whoa.
And I love her career. I loved Amanda Pete. She was on another show on HBO back in the day called Togetherness with the Duplass brothers. I've always loved Amanda Pete. She reminds me, her and Katherine Hahn.
She was very sympathetic also to her.
Let's discuss Westmont. That's where they live, Mom.
Connecticut.
Nope.
Where?
Mom, did you not see the fucking license plates on all of these cars?
I didn't know. Where?
Oh, I studied.
All right, where?
New York. It's fictional.
Well,
where do you think it's supposed to be?
Oh,
so
okay.
you said Connecticut.
Well, yeah, but to me, okay.
Westmont.
Was it? What do you think?
It's Westchester.
Westchester.
They filmed it in Briarcliff Manor and in Kingston, New York.
Oh, really, Westchester? I mean, really?
Well, we love Kingston, New York. We're going there this summer, and we believe the town, like with all the stores, we think that's Kingston, not Briarcliff. I could be wrong. But you watched only one episode? Did you watch two?
First, let me just...
Okay, you tell me.
No, let me just... When you told me it started, for some reason, my Apple got a little fucked up, and it came right immediately onto the second episode, which it took me a few seconds to realize. Wow, I know. And you know what I did?
Oh, no. Did you go back and watch the first?
Then I did,
Oh, I'm so proud of you that you did that.
Yes.
Do you like the show?
I don't know.
I know.
I'm not decided. I mean, we know.
We'll keep watching
we know
it
what's going to happen to him. I mean, we know what he's going to be doing for a living for a while.
Well, it opens, it's not a spoiler. It opens with him next to a dead body and a lot of blood.
Well, that part, we don't know. And we don't know who the dead body is.
Right.
Do we?
These people are so wealthy.
Right.
Literally, the theme song, I don't know if you heard the theme song. The words, the lyrics of the theme song is Keeping Up with the Joneses.
Yeah. Well, we know a lot of people like that.
So I do like seeing rich people struggle and the beautiful homes
as
and the
does
cars.
everybody else.
But
cheating and
Olivia Munn is fucking
she's great.
stunning.
She's great. Well,
so
she's
look,
stunning.
I like the characters, the setting. They're kind of horrible people, but
they are horrible people.
But then you gotta. She's likable. Amanda Pete's character.
She's likable.
There's something going on with her that we don't really know yet. Like what's going on in her mind. Like when she's also working. She's a school therapist. I was confused.
Yeah.
I was like, why is she
I don't
working?
know if she was a school therapist or
she's
just
a therapist, a child therapist.
Because maybe she felt I got this degree, and what am I going to waste it?
Well, some people do. Waste it.
Yes, but she apparently did not want to.
Why can't he just fuck? It's revealed in the trailer. He gets let go of his job. Why can't he just tell his fucking wife, let's sell one of the 4 fucking homes. Let's get rid of this car. Let's cool it with this.
The funniest thing is when he walks in on his daughter with the boyfriend. That I
thought that was funny.
Yeah, I did.
He caught his daughter having sex with the boyfriend.
And the daughter's supposed to be 17, which of course,
and the boyfriend's 20. But maybe they could have met 3 years ago when he was 17.
Doesn't
I don't
matter
think that's
it is.
I don't think that's bad. The 17 to 20, because like if you're a freshman in high school and you're dating a junior or a senior, they're going to be 21 and you're going to be 17.
I know, but it's still considered. I think
so. I'm going to recommend Your Friends and Neighbors. Watch it and let's all keep going.
Right.
Now, the question is this a mini-series? I'm not sure. Casey thought it was a mini-series, and I thought any mini-series can be turned into a fucking show.
They can do whatever they want.
They could do whatever they want.
Right.
But the ratings are high. A few things. Dope Thief. Did not continue watching. I would watch it, but there's so much else going on that I don't really care. The Pitt finale. I watched this morning. Are you going to fucking jump? Are you going to Felicia it?
Wait, yeah, because they did wait. I did watch
the
during
concert?
the shooting. Yes,
the shooting was over 3 fucking hours,
and I did watch
3 episodes.
Yes, so is the finale after that?
The finale's today.
Oh,
tonight,
okay.
last night.
Okay.
Do you like what you've seen? Isn't this show marvelous? The Pitt is amazing.
I don't know if I would say marvelous.
I think he's so fucking fantastic. Noah Weil in this show.
He is. Oh, I'm not.
And apparently he's an executive producer. And this show, like White Lotus, every cast member is paid the same but him. Because he's
the name. He's got 2 hats on or 3.
Sure. So he gets paid, but everybody else on the show, ensemble cast, getting paid the same.
Right.
I just love the show. It ends with a surprise from one of the characters that I didn't realize or see coming. It's not like a shocker. I don't want to spoil it because it's just kind of
tonight.
No, it was on last night. When you wake up at 5 in the morning.
Oh yeah, when I come home,
when you wake up at 5 in the morning, you can get shit done.
You can watch it.
I just loved it. I loved it. Also, what's dropped? 2 episodes
of Hacks,
which
I just had no time.
Did you watch any? Did you watch 1 episode?
No.
Oh, that's okay, Mom. That's okay.
No,
okay.
I figured,
I'm just going to say this. I love Hacks so much. I didn't love the first episode because they're fighting so much,
okay.
her and Ava.
Right.
And I was like, ugh, I don't want this whole season to just be them fighting and conflict.
I hope not.
But then the second episode kind of like opened the door and it breathed. And I'm feeling better about continuing this.
Is it half hour, an hour?
Half an hour.
Oh, good.
So easy.
Which is, that's an easy watch. Can I say one thing? I don't know if we're almost done. On the news this morning on NBC, they made an announcement that Eric Dane,
What about?
he's got ALS.
What?
Yeah.
What? Felicia, you're dropping very big news.
But that was on NBC this morning.
McSteamy has ALS?
Yes, he came out. Yeah, but he's still doing the what's the show that he's in?
I don't know. What's he in?
No, right.
He was in Euphoria.
Yes, he's still there. He's probably not at the stage.
By the way, the last time you dropped some medical news, you said somebody had MS and they didn't have MS. Remember that, Casey? Remember that?
But this was on the news.
I know, but
with
sometimes
him.
I got to read this. You're right. Oh my God, that's so sad.
So sad. He's probably in the very early stages, so he probably can do one more season, hopefully.
Wow.
But he's 50 something, 52.
He's 52.
53.
He's so
And he's
young.
so young. He's so young. And
Did he say how they found that diagnosis?
No, no.
Fuck. Well,
No,
Felicia, breaking news.
I do know somebody who has ALS.
Everybody knows somebody who has ALS, Mom.
Really?
I don't know. When you're over a certain age, probably.
ALS is not as common as Parkinson's.
That's really sad.
Yes,
and
it was
aren't
very
him and
sad.
Rebecca back together?
Him and Rebecca, it says they're married, and she's helping him through this.
That makes me happy. You know, they got divorced, and I think they got back together.
No, that part I didn't know.
So-
But they made it sound like she is supportive and helping him through this and going to stick with him.
I'm very happy about that, but
Right.
I still watch Grey's Anatomy, and I still think about him, and I don't love Grey's Anatomy this season, but he will always be McSteamy.
Yeah, he was
not McSteamy. I mean, he's McSteamy, not McDreamy. I watched 2 documentaries this week. Gone Girl on Netflix, 3 episodes about the prostitute's murder on Long Island.
Oh, yeah.
This documentary was only fulfilling because it was all Long Island.
Yes.
Lots of Massapequa name drops.
Yes. Wow.
But another fucking true crime documentary about corrupt police and scandal. And I was very fucking annoyed because a murder mystery that could have gotten solved 10 years ago, but because the cops were assholes, they didn't solve it. Moving on.
I did watch a thing on the tsunami.
Oh,
the real tsunami.
Right.
And it took 20, I mean, they contacted people who were there and they had footage. It really was, the scope of what that tsunami hit was astronomical.
Where is this playing? On Netflix or Hulu? Do you know? But I know somebody else that watched it. And how many episodes was it?
It's 3.
It's good. I want to watch it.
It was. I rather watch something like that than
the true crime.
That. Yeah, because
so you didn't watch Bad Influence that just dropped on Netflix? That's number 1. It's 3 episodes about kid influencers, like in squads.
No, because I'd want to kill them.
Well, I wanted to call Jessica, but we're running out of time. Maybe next week we could call her and talk to her daughter. My best friend Jessica's daughter, Sadie, was in a squad, okay? And this fucking documentary is so insane. This is the documentary of the week to watch. It's like the modern Nickelodeon story of like these kids getting taken advantage of and sexually assaulted, by the momager. But what's so crazy about this is that these kids, there's no like child labor laws for
that.
filming on the internet.
Right.
Now, when I filmed the real version of PJ Masks,
right,
we went by fucking scripted television rules.
You had to.
We just did. I was like,
right.
Yeah, they can only film a certain amount of hours. They have to be fed a certain time. Parents have to be in the eyesight.
But when you're an influencer and you're in your own
fucking
bedroom,
woman,
if you're in your own bedroom,
but what
doing
this mom did was she got her daughter a gajillion views and made a ton of money. But then she would have her daughter have friends come in. Okay, friends were coming in, cousins were coming in, and then she created this squad, so-and-so. So
right.
Jessica's daughter, Sadie, filmed with this girl before, but Jessica's taking her out of the squad and realizing this is really fucking dangerous.
That girl that was on
Piper, she's filmed with Piper before.
Wow.
I know. So maybe next week we could get Sadie on because I would love to hear her take.
Can I give a shout out to somebody who called
for
the first time?
Really quick.
Keith.
Shout out to Keith, our financial advisor.
I guess he is my financial advisor. I'm sorry. I don't know. And he calls once every
time the stock market crashes.
No, he just checks up on me. And at the end of my conversation with him, I said, oh, by the way, I'm doing a podcast with Marni, and I said to him first, do you listen to podcasts? Now, he's a guy in his 40s, I assume. Apparently,
Everybody does.
Like my generation really does not. A few of them do. And he first cracked up because when I said it's called, he said, let me guess, bye, Felicia. I go, close. It's hi, Felicia, and then we end it with bye. So he listened to it. He texted me at night and said, this is the funniest thing he's ever heard. And he cracked up. And then he called me the next morning because he wanted his wife to listen to it. She thought it was gold.
Well, listen to this, guys. This is a great segment transition into Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Okay. So, Keith, thank you for listening. Keith's wife, thank you. Keith, thank you for keeping our money safe.
Yeah.
Bye, Felicia. Listen, there's not a lot on this week. There's plenty to watch this fucking weekend with everything I just did, but The Last of Us. And there's a new season, Casey,
of
Black Mirror.
Yes, I saw. But I never liked Black Mirror.
That's not for you then.
I know, because I couldn't understand it.
Every episode is different. There's a lot of celebrities in this season.
It's been on for a few seasons already.
Seventh
That's
season.
a lot of time. That's a lot.
We like Black Mirror when I watch it. Casey.
Does he like it?
Casey and Lennon are going to California this week. So I have an announcement. We are going to have a podcast next weekend, but it's going to come out a little later. Felicia, can you record on Easter Sunday? After we go out to eat, let's record while Casey's back. I don't want Casey to have to work while he's on vacation of editing.
You're visiting Uncle Barry?
I'm gonna see Uncle Barry.
Thank God. They
Casey
love you.
and Lennon
they love you.
are going to baseball.
Yes.
They're going to amusement parks, see friends. Shout out to our LA peeps. Have a great time, Kay. And I'm going to be doing yoga and taking care of my body.
And eating out, maybe you'll come to visit?
Oh, sure. Let me check out what's going on with that refuse in Plainview.
Refuse.
Get that garbage out of here.
Refuse. Nothing's going to happen because we've been putting
All right, wait. It's got to end on refuse.
Okay.
Refuse.
My Felicia, bye, Felicia.